I don't know about you guys, but I think it's time to leave the States. So rather than being on this hamster wheel, feeling as though that I need to make more and more and more and more and more just to be able to have a sense of peace, I'd rather just relocate to a different environment that can give me that peace of mind rather than staying in one that cannot. So I'm on my way right now to Albania. Tag along for the ride. It's definitely a journey. As you can clearly see, I have basically my entire life in these 3 suitcases, plus my yoga mat. So this is it. This is everything. All right, so I have this this strap to actually strap all my suitcases together, which quite frankly, I feel as though that it's going to be interesting to just lug all these suitcases around. But we'll check out how this strap works and see the overall success of it. So basically, the strap is going to strap onto the first one, the second one, and the third one if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to do these 2 together and just keep it that way because I want to have less weight. I don't want so much weight on, I guess you could say, one side of my body. So this is essentially how it's going to go, and I could not go anywhere without my yoga mat, so yoga mat is there for sure. And yeah, let's get this together. All right, so check it out, guys. We got our suitcase configuration fully set up here. All right, so right now we are looking for the Turkish Airlines, which I'm not exactly sure where Turkish Airlines are at, but we're gonna find it. And I am a little concerned in the sense of, I guess you could say, if my suitcases, at least checked suitcases, are included in my fare, but we'll figure it out. But I have plenty of time. Got here super early, so this way I can make sure that I have everything that I need. Everything is taken care of. Unfortunately, I did have to pay for overweight. It is what it is. It's part of the game when you're traveling, especially when you're taking pretty much your entire life with you. So it is what it is. Now, being able to essentially go through TSA. After TSA, just be on the other side, sit down, relax, get some editing done, get some work done, and yeah, just enjoy my flight. For those of you that have not flown international in a while, they have new machines to be able to scan pretty much everything that you have within your backpack or bag or suitcase for that matter. So you really don't need to take too much out of your belongings besides probably just your coat. I had to take off my shoes, but the scanners are a lot more advanced now, so you don't have to do too much besides just wait in line and wait your turn. But things were definitely pretty smooth. Didn't have any trouble. Yeah, most of my things were checked. I mean, I ended up having to check my carry-on anyways due to it being overweight. But it was pretty much just a smooth process. So now at this point, the only thing that I'm holding on to is my backpack and my yoga mat. Those two things, hey, my bread and butter. All right, so one thing you all have to keep in mind is that Albania is rapidly growing. And from, the time of this recording in 2024, by 2030, I guarantee you Albania, if not, it's already, in my personal opinion, it's already getting a lot of attention, global attention for that matter. But by 2030, it's definitely going to be well on everyone's radar. And I'm quite frankly just trying to get ahead of the curve. So being able to get there while everything is definitely still, in my perspective, young and early, even though things are still quite moving fastly there. But hey, why not get there before things really kick off, which I actually do see coming to fruition within the next 5 years for Albania. Now, if you all are not stretching before you get onto a long flight, because the flight that I'm getting on is in total flight time is one way from Dallas to Istanbul is a 10-hour flight, and from Istanbul to Tirana is a two-hour flight. But you gotta stretch your body. You gotta prepare your body to be able to tolerate just sitting still for so long. So definitely take the time to stretch. Definitely take the time to stretch your spine, stretch your legs, stretch your back, because it's definitely going to be harder to do while you're on inside of a machine. And
hold on. What's going on? He's a good dude, the best boy of the United States of America. He's coming.
That's
pray
a
for
tall
him.
order, man.
Come on.
So let's not get ourselves in a situation where we have to use the airplane bathroom too much. We all know how the airplane bathrooms are, and we definitely don't want to be spending more time in the airplane bathrooms more than we need to. So let's take the time to be able to do everything that we need now prior to our flight. And wash your hands, please. Thank you. everything seems to be going fairly smooth with my overall transition. And now I'm trying to see if I can secure some food because your boy's hungry. It's definitely been a while since I had a meal. Thank you. So I'm going to see if we can secure some food. Right now we're at the Istanbul airport. Just to let you guys know, Wi-Fi here is free now. I remember I came here probably about a year and a half ago and it was not free, and I was charged for the Wi-Fi, but it's free now. There's also been like some renovations to this airport as well, but so right now we're just gonna find a place to sit, grab something to eat, and just catch up with everybody in the sense of sending messages and, you know, the whole 9 yards of letting people know that you're alive and your plane didn't crash. Because for whatever reason, yeah, people kind of always assume the worst, unfortunately, and it shouldn't be that way, but hey, it is what it is. So I always like this part of this airport.
I think my mom can like it.
This is the nice open mall feel, you know, really giving you mall vibes. Now it's still early in the morning here. I have not slept. We gotta have an honest discussion here. So many people are led to believe that the United States of America is this greatest, holiest, purest, most phenomenalist place on planet Earth. And sorry to break it to you guys and ladies, but that's no longer the case. And sure, the US has its unique advantages, but when it comes to just being able to live a lifestyle where you can actually be happy without the pressure or need or unwanted desire to be able to feel as though that you have to, like you actually have to produce more just to be able to survive. Not even in a situation where you have to produce more to have a better lifestyle. It's now a situation in the States where you have to produce more just to survive. Minimum wage in America is not even allowing people to live a fulfilled life where they can live on their own. Their rent is paid. They have some leftover money after rent and bills. Rent and bills are paid. And whatever the leftover money is, they can, feel as though that they may have enough to be able to just go out and, treat themselves to a nice dinner or whatever it is that they want to do for the extracurricular activities with the leftover proceeds, while feeling as though that they'll be able to have funds for the next month, so they're not really living paycheck to paycheck. This no longer exists in the US, especially with minimum wage. It no longer exists. it no longer exists. It no longer exists. And there's so many countries now around the world that you can do this in terms of at least receiving minimum wage. And you can go to these countries and have at least, a better life in terms of just having your basic necessities being met without you stressing over having those basic necessities being met, such as access to food, good food, not just, garbage food, but good food, and just making sure that you can live life in a sense of having a peace of mind, not stressing about funds, So I don't know about you guys, but as you can see, I definitely had to get on this plane and get out. So one thing that you'll definitely notice when you touch down in Albania is that it's simply super easy. As soon as you get off the plane, you'll land on the tarmac and you'll scan your passport at the gate. And that's literally it. There's no, going into one of those little booths. I think you would go into one of those little booths if you, I don't know, I guess it just depends on the situation, but majority of the time I haven't seen anyone enter them. So it's very easy. Scan your passport, scan your face, you've entered Albania. That's it. And I love the process of how simple and straightforward it is. And yeah. So when I arrived in Albania, it is currently in the raining season, so just the wet season. And it certainly was very, very rainy when I arrived. And getting into the city was definitely a little hectic as well too, in terms of just the amount of traffic. Because when it rains, you know how people get when they drive, man. They act like they never seen rain before. But everything was super smooth getting into the city. I had an awesome taxi driver. And yeah. All right, so I have to update you all and letting you all know that I've arrived and got everything situated. Unfortunately, through the midst of just trying to make sure I have everything taken care of to the best of my ability, I actually left my yoga mat at my Airbnb, not the Airbnb, but the airport. And I need that. So right now I'm headed back to the airport to see and hope that my yoga mat is still there and I can retrieve it. And once it's retrieved, just literally be a happy camper and my home will be complete. Now that I'll be able to have essentially my yoga mat. Without my yoga mat, that hit a soft spot right there. That would hit a soft spot, because that yoga mat is everything to me. So I guess maybe it was time for it to go to someone else's loving arms and they'll take care of her. But yeah, that's my baby. So I'm going to try to see if I can be able to get my yoga mat and just essentially be complete, feel really complete and really at home, to really just get started and just grow. I need my yoga mat to do that. I need my yoga mat definitely to be able to do that. So we're gonna see how things play out. My driver right now is on the way, and essentially I'm waiting for my driver right now. And let's see here. Yeah, my driver should be here soon. And right now it's just like it's raining. It's been raining since this morning here in Albania, actually. And the one thing about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is that it's not water resistant, unfortunately. So when it comes to torrential rain like this, yeah, we're not gonna get my baby wet. But as of right now, just simply waiting for the Uber driver. I can definitely say it's very nostalgic just being back in Albania, being back in Tirana. I definitely feel at peace. And you know, this place literally is like a concrete jungle, like literally like a concrete jungle, but it's so, there's like a lot of like, I guess you can say, charm to the place that I really can't even describe. Like it's, you have to be here. You have to be able to understand the natives, how they live their lives, the overall culture, the pride, the energy, the love within the community, the love within the appreciation of the things that they have. It's so much. It's so much. It's so much. So what you may see on the surface, don't let that fool you at all. Like, don't let this fool you at all, because there's many layers underneath, many rich, complex, beautiful layers definitely underneath. I would walk around more and show you guys, but it's, you know, it's raining, so we're gonna make do with this for right now while we wait for our driver. All right, so I just arrived at the Lost and Found, and they had my yoga mat. So I was literally going to be in tears if I didn't get my yoga mat, because they have my yoga mat. I'm happy that my yoga mat is there. So just going to be able to claim my yoga mat. Once it's claimed, it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. So I'm happy spirits right now that my yoga mat is found. Now that everything is situated, this is now my home for the next year or so. Now, I'll definitely take trips to neighboring countries, but in terms of having a stable base, a place to call home for myself would definitely be Tirana, Albania. And also spend some time south of Albania as well too when the weather gets better. But for the most part, this is home for me. This is all I need to be able to have a sense of happiness and fulfillment, and don't necessarily need all the extra fancy things. I lived that life, I've had those things, and this is all I need. So this is home.